Welcome to the documentary, Farming in the Age of Water Wars, Surviving the Global Thirst for Food. A world once abundant with fresh water is now entering an age of scarcity. Farms are collapsing, wells are drying, and the battle for every drop is reshaping how we grow food and how we survive. In this multi-chapter journey, we uncover the truth behind the global water crisis, its impact on agriculture, and the solutions that could change our future. From North America's shrinking rivers, to Australia's cracked farmlands, to Canada's parched prairies, this is not just a story about drought. It's a story about the future of farming. Let's begin. Chapter 1, Thirsty Earth, the Water Crisis Uncovered. It begins with silence, no thunder, no rainfall, just cracked earth, and a seed that never sprouted. Across the globe, the world's richest farmlands are drying into dust. Rivers that once fed civilizations now vanish into memory. Wells run dry, crops wither, and the farmers, our food's first defenders, stand helpless under a burning sky. This isn't a drought. This is something far greater, a water crisis on a scale humanity has never faced before. Welcome to the age of water wars. Part 1. The planet is drying. Water is the lifeblood of our planet. Every living thing depends on it. Every crop, every seed, every farm. But today, across continents, water is vanishing faster than it can be replaced. The signs are all around us. The Aral Sea, once one of the world's largest lakes, has lost over 90% of its volume. The Colorado River, once a mighty artery of the American West, is now reduced to a trickle in many places. In South Asia, groundwater levels are plummeting. Entire regions of Pakistan and India now sit on the brink of water collapse. According to the United Nations, by 2025, 2/3 of the global population will face water stress. Not in some distant future, just months away. Agriculture's role in the crisis. Agriculture as both victim and cause. You see, agriculture is caught in a dangerous loop. It's the largest consumer of fresh water on Earth, using up to 70% of the planet's accessible water. Every loaf of bread, every tomato, every bowl of rice takes hundreds or even thousands of liters to grow. Take this. 1 kilogram of wheat equals 1,800 liters of water. 1 kilogram of beef equals over 15,000 liters of water. But here's the twist. As water becomes more scarce, farmers use even more water to keep crops alive, pumping deeper into aquifers, irrigating more frequently, overworking poor soils. We are bleeding our water reserves dry in a desperate attempt to feed a growing population. Climate change, a heat engine for drought climate change, is throwing gasoline on this crisis. Hotter temperatures mean faster evaporation, longer droughts, and more erratic rainfall. In the American Midwest, once called the breadbasket of the world, climate models predict up to 30% reduction in crop yields by 2050 due to water stress. In Africa, climate-driven droughts are wiping out entire harvests. Even countries with advanced irrigation systems, like Spain, Australia, and the US, are struggling to adapt. It's a global pressure cooker, and in many places, farmers are the first to feel the heat. Dry wells, dead crops, the human toll. This crisis is not just scientific, it's deeply human. Families are losing their land. Children walk miles just to fetch a bucket of water. In parts of India, thousands of farmers have taken their own lives, unable to grow crops, drowning in debt, praying for rain that never comes. In Syria, a prolonged drought forced over 1 million people to abandon their farms, triggering one of the earliest migrations tied directly to climate change and water scarcity. This is no longer just an agricultural issue. This is about food security, economic survival, migration, and conflict. Groundwater, the invisible emergency. While surface water dries visibly, there's another threat we rarely see: groundwater depletion. Across South Asia, the Middle East, California's Central Valley, and northern China, deep wells are running dry. Farmers are forced to drill hundreds of feet deeper, spending more money, burning more energy, and pulling from reserves that took thousands of years to form. Once gone, this groundwater does not come back. Saltwater intrusion, when the sea takes over. And for coastal farms, the danger comes from the sea. As freshwater tables fall, salty ocean water creeps inland, ruining soil and making it impossible to grow crops. This is already happening in places like Bangladesh, southern U.S. coastlines, and island nations like Tuvalu. It's not just that we have less water. What's left is becoming undrinkable, unusable, and unstable, the cost of ignoring the crisis. If we continue on this path, the outcomes are terrifying. By 2040, global food production could decline by 25% due to water shortages. Entire agricultural regions could become dust bowls. And water, once a shared resource, may become a weapon of power, inequality, and war. What oil was to the 20th century, water may be to the 21st, a turning point. But this isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of a turning point, because even as rivers dry, even as fields crack and wells collapse, new ideas are rising. Farmers are fighting back. Innovators are rethinking how we grow. And around the world, movements are forming to protect every drop of water left. This series will uncover those stories, from soil regeneration to precision irrigation, from ancient wisdom to modern tech. We'll explore how the world's oldest profession can survive the world's newest threat. The Earth is thirsty. But this isn't just a crisis. It's a test of our ingenuity, our resilience, and our will to change. Because how we farm today will decide who eats tomorrow. Join us chapter by chapter as we explore the future of food in a world where water is no longer guaranteed.